Imagine an army not of armored knights but of riders who moved as one with their horses, a living storm sweeping across the land. This is the story of Genghis Khan and his Mongol warriors. Their power came not just from conquest but from skill, unity, and a bond with their horses that changed history. The Mongols were shaped by the harsh steppe, where survival meant mastering the horse from childhood. For them, a horse was more than transport. It was a partner, a weapon, and a lifeline. Every Mongol was an expert rider, able to command his mount with the slightest touch. Their cavalry moved with such precision and speed that enemies saw them as a force of nature. This wasn't just training. It was a way of life passed down through generations. As we begin, let's look beyond the legend of conquest and discover the genius behind the Mongol army, a story of connection, skill, and strategy. This is the real story of the Mongol riders. To understand a Mongol warrior, start with his childhood. Before he could walk, he was riding. Mongol children grew up on horseback, learning balance, confidence, and control as naturally as breathing. Their horses were small but tough, able to travel vast distances with little rest or food. Each warrior kept several horses, switching mounts to cover ground faster than any enemy could anticipate. Riding was second nature. They could eat, sleep, and fight from the saddle. This lifelong bond meant they understood their animals completely, caring for them as brothers. No other army could match this level of horsemanship because it was woven into Mongol life from birth. When Genghis Khan called his people to war, he summoned not just soldiers but a nation of the world's greatest horsemen. Their unmatched riding was the first pillar of Mongol strength. It was a cultural advantage no enemy could replicate. Now picture a Mongol rider, galloping at full speed, bow in hand. The secret of their power was mounted archery, shooting with deadly accuracy while moving faster than any foot soldier. They mastered the moment of stillness in a horse's gallop, releasing arrows in mid-air for perfect aim. Their composite bows, made of wood, horn, and sinew, were small, powerful, and could pierce armor from afar. Using a special thumb draw, they fired rapidly and with force. In battle, Mongols became a swirling cloud, riding in, unleashing volleys and vanishing before the enemy could react. They circled opponents, raining arrows from all sides, never giving a clear target. This was more than fighting. It was a deadly art, a symphony of horse and bow. Their enemies faced not a line of soldiers, but a storm of riders impossible to pin down. Mounted archery was the second pillar of Mongol dominance. It made them the most feared force of their time. Skillful riders and archers alone don't build an empire, strategy does. Genghis Khan was a master organizer, turning individual talent into a disciplined, unstoppable army. He structured his forces in units of 10, scaling up to divisions of 10,000, ensuring swift communication and loyalty. This organization allowed for tactics that baffled larger armies. The Mongols' most famous move, the feigned retreat, drawing enemies out, then ambushing them with devastating precision. They used heavy cavalry to break lines, light cavalry for scouting, and signals to coordinate across the chaos. Psychological warfare, drums, fires, and feints made their numbers seem endless. Genghis Khan proved that discipline and teamwork could defeat sheer numbers. Every movement was part of a larger plan, executed with unity and purpose. Strategy was the third pillar of Mongol power. The Mongol Empire is gone, but its lessons endure. Their story shows that greatness comes from skill, discipline, and teamwork, not brute force alone. The Mongols trusted their horses, their comrades, and their leaders completely. Like any great team, their unity made them unstoppable. Mastery takes a lifetime. There are no shortcuts to excellence. The Mongol legacy is a reminder. When individuals work together, they can achieve the impossible. Remember the boy learning to ride, the archer finding stillness, and the leader who united them all. The real power of the Mongol riders was moving as one.